Welcome to Gyrene Nation. I'm Will Hampton along with Joe Patterson, VP Squared, your head football coach. We haven't seen you since Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was a wonderful Thanksgiving, Will.
Great to be around friends and family, and I know Max had a birthday since our last time. So happy birthday, Max, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, let's talk basketball. Our teams right now are in a little bit of a break for the women, but the men's team, we saw them lose a couple. But I'll tell you, this is still an exciting brand of basketball. Jamin Copeland's bunch, they really go after it full throttle for 40 minutes, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're nationally ranked right now. They've been playing really well. There's a stretch there where they're averaging nearly 100 points a game, as you said, just full throttle.
Yeah, and some of the games coming up, this is where we need you. This is the Ave Maria town community, because the students, they'll be gone after their finals, and we have a lot of games here at Donahue Academy. The men have games on the 11th and the 12th, and then the women will play the 13th, the 15th, and the 17th. All those games coming up soon. So it's fun. You get out there and watch them play.
Well, and in fact, one of those games for the women, not this Sunday coming up, but the Sunday after, they're going to be playing the number one team in the country.
Yeah, Campbellsville, I believe it is. Campbellsville. So number one team coming here to our house. So we need your support to come out and support Alex Moorhead's bunch. Now to switch gears to baseball. Big change here. Michael McCormick, congrats to him. He's going to the Boston Red Sox organization.
I mean, you say a big change. I'm not saying it's a big change because his brother's taken over.
Yeah.
Nick McCormick, who's been with us these last 3 years, he was instrumental in going from 16 wins a year to 36 wins with that national berth last year. So this was going to be about the easiest transition I've been a part of as we go from one McCormick to the next.
Yeah, I see the team out there working out all the time. And yes, let's talk about that transition with our new head baseball coach, Nick McCormick.
It means the world of obviously what Mike and I had been able to do the past few years. It's been fantastic of being able to coach with your older brother. Excited to take over the reins of, I always tell people that in coaching of doing this for a career, it's not really a job. This is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm super grateful and excited for the opportunity to take over.
Taking over for your older brother, that's unique.
Yep.
How does that add extra pressure? Does it make it easier? What does it mean to take over for big brother?
Yeah, I'd say from the outside perspective of some people probably would say there's added pressure, but for me, for people that know both Mike and I have very similar personalities. I think I'm a little more outspoken and like show my emotions a little bit more than what he does, for those that know us. But for me, there's really no added pressure of showing up, of trying to get the guys ready to go and continue to build off what we've been able to do the last couple of years.
The team is good. It's preseason poll. You guys are ranked 15th in the nation.
Yep.
That's good. I mean, you don't want to take over a bad team, right? You want to take over a good one.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, with that comes expectations, obviously. But I've kind of been harping on the guys of just getting them to understand that, obviously there's expectations for this year, especially with being preseason 15th. But with that, of just making sure that they attack stuff on a daily basis, take it one day at a time. There's going to be peaks and valleys throughout the course of the baseball season, and just making sure they understand that, stay steady, and work together to accomplish our goals.
What are your goals? What do you guys think? A conference championship, national tournament, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for starters of making sure that you get into the conference tournament, of obviously the goal of backing up on a daily basis, of being 15th in the country, if there's going to be a target on our back to a certain degree. So it's just really on a daily basis making sure that we back that up to put forth a good season.
I love Nick's style, and he's ready to go. He's got a lot of confidence.
No, I really appreciate the fact that he's here and has been here with us. He got his MBA here from Ave Maria University undergrad. He also has a minor in biblical studies, so really excited to see what he does with this program.
Yep. Coming up on Gyrene Nation, we're going to have the hometown Christmas Parade, plus a new segment, Golf Tips with our golf coach, and of course, the always popular Plays of the Week. But first, who said that? It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Who said that? Gyrene Nation continues after this.
At Ave Maria, more is an invitation and a promise. To live in a community with more finds, more friends, more waves, more smiles. Add to that an array of home designs from 4 renowned builders starting in the 200s. So come live with more connection at the home to more. Ave Maria, a big kind of small town.
Ave, I think it's a community, not just the university, but the community as a whole, where we're really here to support one another. And I think Pop Love very much takes that identity of wanting to be there and serve for others. And I think that's also why we wanted to become a sponsorship for the university athletics. We wanted to give something back to the university and to the community as something that can just be fun and exciting. It's a great add to Ave, and I can't wait for other people to try it.
Judge is the leading scorer for the Falcons on the season, as Edwards hits a 3 from the corner. Back and forth we go, 9-8 Ave Maria. Leak is now driving in, stops over to open Efforts. 3 is good. Back to look for a 3, a little too strong. Nori Lasley bats it back in. Efforts puts another 3 up, that's good. Montrecourt puts on the brakes. Efforts in the corner. Switch. 3-pointer for Jonathan Efforts, his 4th of the game. It's a rebound. Leak is all alone. He passes to Efforts. Efforts takes the 3. Swish! Jonathan Efforts from just inside the volleyball line hits a 1-possession game. Final 20 left to go in this one. Gyrene's looking for their 9th win on the season. Efforts will start this half off with a bang. Corner 3. Gyrene's take the lead. Driving to the lane, over to Efforts, measuring to that left side, steps back, puts up a 3, swish! Jonathan Efforts hits his 7th 3 of the game! Over to Leakis, over to Efforts puts up a 3, that's good! And Coach Copeland quickly calls a timeout. 5-point game, 17 seconds left. With that 3, Jonathan Efforts hits 8. That'll time for the 4th most 3-pointers hit in a game in school history.
Welcome back to Gyrene Nation. Will Hampton with Joe Patterson. And, you know, it is the season. And one thing, if you may have noticed, I hope you noticed, but we didn't do a show last week. We're going to skip every week here for, just to get us through the month of December. And then we'll get recharged for every week starting in January. But it is the season. And last weekend, what a neat thing, last Friday, whenever the entire athletic department showed up for the hometown Christmas parade.
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about just the great energy that we have here in this town. Obviously, our founder founded the town right alongside the university, and they showed out for the hometown Christmas parade. Our team, right, talking about the football team, is really react well to what the town brings. And then, of course, we had the dance team, a little twist on the parade, that we stopped the parade for a minute there where they got to perform, and that was wildly popular.
The dancers and Santa Claus, you can't beat that, can you, Coach?
Yeah, you really can't beat the idea that all the athletes are out there. There's only a few times every year that all the athletes get together, and this is one of them. What a great way to kick off Advent.
There is. Okay, we're going to take a break here, but when we come back, a brand new segment, the Ave Maria Golf Tips with our golf coach, Patrick Sams. Stay with us. Gyrene Nation continues after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Wallace. I'm the official head team surgeon for the Ave Maria Gyrenes. At the Joint Replacement Institute, we offer a multitude of orthopedic surgery subspecialists to cover any needs you may have. If you or your family have any orthopedic surgery needs, please give us a call at 239-261-BONE.
The next time you're in Ave, make sure to stop by and enjoy great food, great drinks, and good vibes. This is the place to be in Ave Maria, our small town, the Oasis Kitchen Lounge.
How we doing? I'm Patrick Sams, the head golf coach at Ave Maria University. Welcome to Gyrene Nation. Today we're going to be talking about a couple drills that I like to do with putting. The first drill we're going to talk about is made famous by Tiger Woods. It's called the gate drill. And these putts here are what I call the money putts. So these are the putts that are really important you might hit a really good chip. Chances are you're not always going to chip it to this far away where you can just walk up to it and tap it in. You might have a 3 or 4 footer left, and these are the putts that are kind of going to make or break your round. This is the difference between making a 4 or 5 on a hole. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take about 4 or 5 golf balls here. You're going to build a nice gate that your putter can work right through here. So I've built just enough space for my putter to go through here. And I'm going to take a ball, I'm going to center it right in the middle of that gate. And I'm just going to hit a bunch of putts. And what this does is it starts to ensure that I'm hitting my putts with really good solid contact. So we'll step up here, make a putt, go through, and we'll just hit a bunch of these here. Now, once you get really experienced like Tiger is, he actually ends up doing a bunch of one-handers. So he'll hit a bunch of two-handers, and he'll actually switch over and hit one-handers with both hands. So he'll take his hand, he'll throw it in his pocket here, and he'll go back through, and then he'll hit a bunch of one-hander, maybe with his right hand, and then he'll switch and do the same thing with his left hand. And again, what this is doing is it's just ensuring that you're striking your putts very solidly, which is a very underrated thing in putting. So speed control is all about hitting the ball in the center of the club face, and no one's better than that than Tiger Woods, that's for sure. The second drill I like to do, so after maybe spending a few minutes doing that, is called the clock drill. Now this one is probably Phil Mickelson's favorite drill. And basically what you see here is I've put 4 tees around the hole, again about 3 or 4 feet away. And then what you're going to do is you're going to place a ball next to each one of these tees. And what this does is it allows you to hit every single putt that you're going to see on the golf course. And what I mean by that is this putt is what I would say is the straight uphill putt. So we have a little bit of slope here. So this one is going straight uphill. So in other words, it's not breaking right or left, it's dead straight, but it is uphill slightly, which means on the opposite end of this is the straight downhill. So we have the exact opposite. So this is going to be faster and a straight downhill, no curve. And then which means this putt breaks slightly from left to right. Not much, but again, we're talking 3 or 4 feet here. And then on the opposite side of that, we get our right to left. So what this drill does for me is that I've hit every single putt that I'm going to see on the golf course. I've hit an uphill putt, I've hit a downhill putt, I've hit a left to right putt, and a right to left putt. So we'll work through this real quick and see if we can knock these out. So you just kind of start at one of them. Generally speaking, you're going to start here and just kind of go through these, start knocking these out. So there's my straight uphill. I'm going to work this way. So this should be a little left to right here. There we go. Let's go to my downhill here. And this one's going to be quick. I can already feel it in my feet here. Just give it a little tap here. There we go. And last but not least, we have our right to left. So I'm kind of looking right edge here, something like that. There we go. And again, I'll work through that drill a few times before I go out on the golf course. And then on that first hole, when any putt that I get, maybe that 4 or 5 foot range, I've already hit it a bunch of times. So I know exactly what to expect on a right to left. You can actually, here down in South Florida, we get a lot of grain here. So I can actually feel what the grain's gonna start to do with the putts, because every place is different. So again, if you just spend a few minutes doing those 2 drills, it's gonna make you a much better putter, especially early on in those holes where you already know what to expect. Hope this helps.
I'm Matt Williams, this is my wife Danae Williams. We're the owners of Oil Well Craft Beer out here at beautiful Ave Maria. Come on out and see us.
Ave rides came from the need that Ave Maria is lacking, transportation in and out. I know that it's a big need that needs to be filled, and I decided to take that in my own hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Saban Hunt, founder and CEO of Ave Rides. If you want to come see the Gyrene play on this beautiful field, if you need a ride from the airport or to the airport, I'm your man. Give me a call at 703-307-7781. Ave Maria, let's ride.
Welcome back to Gyrene Nation with Who Said That? It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. The legendary Paul Bear Bryant said that. And when I hear Bear Bryant, I think college football. And, the Final Four was released this last weekend. What do you think of the Final Four?
Well, I like to stay neutral on FBS to be
I don't blame you.
perfectly honest. But I will say that our own conference represented very well in the NAI national playoffs. Kaiser is now advanced to the semifinals for the second straight year. Last year they went to the final. And I think it just speaks to the rise of the Sun Conference in football. We've been great in several of the other sports, and so it's just really exciting.
Yeah. So you don't have a pick for the big one, for the FBS?
I think I said what I said.
I don't blame you. You know I think it's going to win? I think it's going to be Alabama. I think you get an SEC team in there, it's tough to get them out. I made a lot of Michigan fans upset at that point. Coach, thank you. That'll do it for another edition of Gyrene Nation.